Welcome everyone. Today we are happy to bring you 6 exciting startups, all carefully selected with the support of our partner, XDC Network. So XDC Network is an enterprise-grade EVM-compatible layer 1 equipped with interoperable smart contracts. A highly optimized bespoke fork of Ethereum. It allows for 2-second transaction times, near zero gas fees, and over 2,000 transactions per second. The XDC network is powered by a dynamic community of developers, validators, and users who actively contribute to its continuous development and global expansion. With a strong focus towards supporting the ecosystem through the Blockchain Foundation and their investment arm, XVC, the XDC network provides a perfect option for builders. So let's get into the pitch sessions and short intros about their investment thesis and what they are currently looking at this market from our investors that attended today's session. Yeah, maybe Seb from AQN Ventures. Hi, Seb. Can you hear us?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey. How are you? Happy to
I'm
see
good,
you.
thanks. Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me.
We would love
Um,
to hear, yeah, a short intro from your side as
sure.
AQN Ventures and what you're looking at this current market.
Yeah, happy to. So I work for the investment management arm of Aqua now. The parent company provides trading and payment APIs for traditional financial service businesses who want to enable crypto on their platforms. And then on the investment side, we run pretty much independently. We have two funds. One is early stage venture, pretty much tapped out on that one. We've got like one or two checks left to write, and we also have this digital lending fund, which is mostly comprised of over collateralized crypto loans. So we take crypto as collateral and then stable coins against it. We also do some stuff like basis trade and maybe some other kind of like DeFi yield opportunities here and there. But I guess yeah. So here, looking forward to seeing what these the set of projects we've got. Tech. We have a focus in the portfolio in like infrastructure, data slash analytics, and compliance. But we've also made a decent size allocation to projects on Chain, for example, is a special situation that we thought was unique, and so we've got some leeway in terms of what we want to where we want to invest. But yeah, so that's kind of us. One thing that's maybe worth mentioning to the groups here, like at different stages, is we have kind of like this comprehensive treasury management solutions where we can provide market making block trading as well. So for people who have got liquid tokens and they're trying to dispose of those in an orderly manner, we can quote you a price and then deliver you that cash in advance without you having to manage the liquidations yourselves, which is a relatively common practice in traditional financial markets, but I haven't seen a ton of it in crypto. So, and then also we can obviously diversify your treasury by investing in our yield fund and provide growth capital. So that's kind of a new approach for us here, is kind of taking this unified treasury management approach. But yeah, that's happy to chat about that or anything else offline. But really looking forward to getting into the pitches.
Perfect. Thank you, Seb. So let's move on with Vlad and 3x Capital. Vlad, would you be able to provide us with a short
Yeah.
intro? Yes, perfect.
Hello, everybody. I'm Vladislav, and I'm presenting the 3x Capital. We are the venture capital from Ukraine. Right now, we're focused on basically more on Solana because we are launching our new project called the Venture Launch. It's like the platform where early stage projects from Solana can get some initial funding from investors. But also we are feeling free to get offers from projects from other blockchains. Right now we are focusing on RWA, DeFi, and infra. So that's briefly about us. Also we got the 3x Club. It's the small community of investors, and the 3x Education, which is now under maintenance. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Vlad. Charles, hi. How are you?
Hey guys, hope everyone is well. Thank you for having me as well, guys. Looking forward to this. I'll give you a quick intro. My name's Charles. I've been in this space since around 2018, went full time 2020. I'll give you an intro on Magnus. Magnus Capital, been around since 2017, invested in around 220 projects, I believe now. We are sector agnostic, and that's currently still the same at the minute. We're sector agnostic. We tend to get in pre-seed, seed, that sort of rounds, check size around 250, 500K as well. And we're a global VC firm as well. So I work in the venture arm of the company. We've got a on side as well. So yeah, I think that's probably a very short and sweet intro from me. Very excited to hear some of the pitches today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Rick from Modular Ventures, are you here with us?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me. I'm Rick, accelerator lead of Ally Ventures. We are the largest Web3 accelerator with about 300 companies in portfolio, and we're investing at the capacity of 80, 90 companies, adding there every single year. We've been in business since 2014. We just recently launched the new updated investment thesis, which is called Post-Web, and mostly revolves around the agentic web, so everything DI, DeepIn. Myself, I'm the person in charge of everything DeepIn in the company. So this is what we're currently recruiting for.
Perfect, thank you. And we also have Chang from ArkStream Capital. Chang?
Hey, it's Chung from ArkStream. I'm investment partner here. We are here since 2017, did a lot of good deals. We are the third investors in Aave. I think we did 2000X on that part. Later on, did FTX. Incubator behind Uniswap China Communities, which is the largest DeFi communities there. Right now, we are running our second fund. This cycle, we've done Say, we've done Mentor, we've done EtherFi, we've done IO.net. All got listed on Binance, Ethena as well. We've just executed another 5 million transaction on Ethena. So average check size depends. For venture deals, we do 500K, around that number. For kind of locked token deals, we do around 5 million on average. We are the second largest investors in Merlin. I think we are doing 30x on that part. So lots of our LPs are Bitcoin miners. So together we hold more than half of the entire hash power. And right now, still actively investing. I think if you guys are keeping attention, I think last night Binance also announced their investment in Canal. We are the third in the list. Previously, last month, I think Caldera, we are the only Asian VCs that got in with Founders Fund, Sequoia, Dragonfly, etc. Still looking at early stage deals, pre-TG deals, and even a lot of liquid deals with locked tokens.
Okay, thank you very much, Chang. And I see also Luis joined from Paid. Hi, Luis.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Very good. I arrived a bit late. Are we doing introductions?
Yes.
Oh, amazing. That came just in time. First of all, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm Luis. I'm with Paid Network. We're a leading Web3 crowdfunding platform. We really try to use the platform as a way of like a marketing vehicle or user engagement vehicle. So we do public raises, private rounds, and since recently we have LCO, which is a low FDB round, which we open up for the community at 80% discount. We can do raises from 300K up to 5 million. We do that through our open pool. So our model is really you can stake your tokens and then you get early access to our projects, but you don't have to stake the token. So if we do a launch of a project, anybody can just come in, create an account, do KYC, and invest in a project. We've had people invest as little as 60 cents. So we really aim to increase token distribution and just build as much hype as possible within the community. We're pretty vertical agnostic. We're just looking for top tier quality projects. So if anybody would need some help on that part, we happy to help out.
Thank you. I think let's continue with the fun part and actually the pitches from our founders. So yeah, let's begin with Fanzword.
Yep.
And our first project. Perfect, we can see your screen and we are ready when you are.
Yep. So thank you so much, guys. My name is Amr Al-Baheri. I'm the co-founder of Fanzword. We're proudly backed and powered by XDC and XVC Tech. So just to give you a quick thing to get things running, we're the fastest growing sports and gaming app in the Middle East with closing in on 1 million registered users and almost 250,000 monthly active users. Since we're a game, so we have a lot of game interactions, almost 33 million done till date, and with a healthy 37% month-over-month retention and very healthy 4.7 out of 5 rating from more than 40,000 reviews on all stores. So the problem today is that fans jump from a platform to another. They are the heart and fuel of the industry, and they're never rewarded with tangible rewards. Their data is missing, and they are not in direct communication or even in indirect communication with their clubs or the teams that they are cheering for. And the ones who are really into the sports business now are only live scores and some of the gaming apps or fantasy. So we strive on gamifying every single thing on the app, striving on user-generated content, decentralized fan decision and opinions and ratings, and giving them an all-year-round competition with mega rewards of up to $30,000 for all the fans, which ranges from club tokens. We're signing with socios or chilies to give exclusively the fan tokens in the Middle East. We have also an XDC tokens, crypto, and tokenized gold as well. All of this is gathered within our back end and storing this, sharing this with the club's federation as a B2B product. However, our B2C product is a mix of gaming, community, live scores, and news. So once you log in, you'll have more than 80 leagues with the hot matches, live score, news as well. You have a virtual stadium for all the matches that are running, whatever the date. You have also a fan zone. And for example, these fan zones for the Saudi Pro League alone, we have 500,000 registered users for the Saudi Pro League alone, which is a place where they connect, community, and interact. We also have a marketplace with exclusive offers, but the thing that we really, shine in is the game part. So we gamify every single thing on the app, from predictions to first team, first player to score, recommending substitutions, sharing the posts and rating the players and the goals, and of course, football, fantasy, and trivia. Even the user interviews that we do with them every week is gamified. They get points on it so we can talk to them. We have competitions running all year long, not only on prediction and fantasy, but also interact and win, rate and win, and more. And they get mega rewards. And soon we will be launching our Fanzword token in next year. So we're the first and only partnered company with Snowflake to share the fan data analytics of more than 30 million data points. So this is a gateway for organizations, clubs, and federations to understand the fans and to get the data of the fans, and also for them to ask the fans what would they like to see in the leagues or clubs in order for them to better understand them. They do it through us. So we have an indirect competition, of course, when it comes to live score apps, prediction apps, or fantasy apps, but no one has the all-in-one approach. No one has the live engagement and community chat. No one has as much rewards and as diversified as we have, the marketplace and the fan data analytics as well. 365 Score is a major player in this globally, and we're very proud to say that for the first time in 15 years, they've been overtaken by us as the #1 gaining and trending sports app in Egypt, and we just overtook them, and that's a big one, of course. So we're 13 full-time employees and 4 part-time employees, all of course football addicts and gaming addicts. The opportunity globally is huge when it comes to mobile gaming and mobile advertising. However, we're focused on Saudi and Middle East and some parts of Europe as well because of a partnership that we're signing with the Real Madrid legend to join us as a shareholder and brand ambassador. So we're revenue streams as advertising, programmatic advertising, which pays much less than sponsored ads. And we're moving into that the more we get close to 250,000 monthly active users. We have also the data analytics part, which of course will be the B2B sales, in-app purchases, since we are a game, and the marketplace, we take a chunk of each sale. So in terms of registered users, we're going to close this year at 1 million, and we're going to close next year at 2 million, and monthly active users going steady. The monetization, we're still early. We took down most of the ads because getting the retention higher. Then we move into sponsored ads, and then we move into B2B sales and in-app purchases, which will take this next year into 300,000 easy. If we go into sponsored ads, we're already in final discussions with a couple of sponsored ads which are looking for this kind of engagement in our app, because we have hundreds of thousands of mini content creators, plus a lot of ad types and ad placements. So our ask, in order to fuel the partnership with this Real Madrid legend who's going to join, who will have an e-meet and greet, face-to-face meet and greet, will be the face of the app, who will be holding and sharing the Fanzword with all of the users and all his followers, plus tackling the world of data analytics and launching our own token, plus maximizing the revenue. We're holding a $2.5 million round at a valuation of 16 million with safe notes. So of course, I would really encourage you to download the app, check it out, and let us know what you think. We have big moves coming in, and of course, with the help of this legend, Snowflake, and with Socios, we are signing to get the fan tokens for the clubs like Barcelona, Manchester City, Milan, and others. We're very proud of what we've done till now and as a pre-seed round company, and would love, of course, to get your questions and recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the pitch.
Thank you. I
Great
hope
pitch.
it wasn't too long.
No, you were perfect on time.
Thank you.
So, do any of our investors have any questions for, I see Luis?
Yeah, so I particularly like anything related to sports. What would the token utility be? So you guys have your own token, or are you gonna use the Socios token?
Yeah, so currently we're going to be the Socios token until we launch ours, because some of the fans would like to have the Barcelona or Manchester City tokens. So we're the only gaming app partnered with Socios in the Middle East. But in next year, we're going to be launching our token, because currently our pointing system works that you gather points and you get them on your profile and then you redeem them with rewards. So this is where we can launch our own token and having it as an option in addition to Socios as well.
Oh, nice. So the token would basically replace the reward system.
Exactly. But we also, again, would like to have the freedom for the users to redeem some of the tokens for Barcelona, Man City, and so on. Socios has been very, very generous to give us almost $5,000 worth of tokens to try on our users, and they are willing to put in another 5K. We're telling them, let's take it step by step. We're creating like a nostalgia competition on how Argentina it's been 2 years since they won the World Cup, and they have the Argentina fan token. In our fan zone, we're launching a nostalgia kind of competition, and we're going to reward users in Argentina fan token. In Champions League, we're going to reward Man City. The guys are not doing well, but we're going to reward their token nonetheless. Barcelona, of course, we have them. Inter Milan, AC Milan, and others. So our fans love this kind of stuff. To be part of this club, this is the ultimate goal for them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a ultimate fan interaction, which is always good. Yeah, that makes sense. So the fans would be able to purchase tokens of their teams to kind of interact with them, and then your main token would basically serve as utility for within the application.
Exactly. And if they want to get rewarded in any in club tokens as well, they can choose this option.
Nice. Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, guys. Is any other investor who'd like to ask a question or provide any feedback? Or we can move on with our second startup. If you guys want to ask any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves. So I see no one, so let's move on. Thanks a lot for the pitch.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. And we can move on with Akka Finance and Ali.
Yes, let me just share my screen. Hello, everyone. Do you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it. Perfect.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on this session. My name is Ali. I'm the co-founder of Akka. My personal background was mostly in AI and IoT. I'm software engineer since 1999. It's almost 25 years. Me and my team transitioned into the crypto and DeFi space since 2018. We started with technical collaboration with different projects and with some big names. Then we decided to launch our own product, Akka Finance. What we are doing in Akka Finance is to be a one-stop shop and a single point for the Bitcoin ecosystem DeFi traders. Last week, Bitcoin was almost hit 100K, and I believe that the next big thing, and actually at least one of the next big thing will be the DeFi on top of Bitcoin. There is a huge opportunity for DeFi on top of Bitcoin. More than 1.3 trillion US dollar liquidity on Bitcoin. A lot of people trying to attract at least portion of this liquidity. During the 2024, hundreds of million US dollars deployed on Bitcoin layer 2s and layer 1s that are building around Bitcoin. And what we are trying to do, and actually what we started to do, is to connect this huge number of blockchain network together from the liquidity perspective to provide seamless and easy access to the liquidity for both traders and DApp builders. Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem is much more fragmented than the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem. And most of the traders, based on one survey, most of the traders are suffering from the slippage and poor user experience. So simply what we are trying to do on Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem is what 1inch did and are doing on Ethereum DeFi ecosystem. And for example, Jupiter are doing on Solana ecosystem. They become the single point for the users who wants to come and execute their trades with best possible swap rates. I want to take you through a very quick live demo. Do you see my live demo on your screen now?
Yes, we can see it. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, this is what we already built as Akka. We already live on 5 Bitcoin aligned blockchain network: Chain, Bitlayer, PSquare, Marilyn, and Bob. Other blockchain is also integration is in progress. We launched 4 months ago. We started with Chain, and what we are trying, but not actually what we provided for the user is the swap rate, swap with the best possible rate. As you can see, here is an example trade. User wants to swap one token to another. We pull all the liquidity from the market. We gather actually the all liquidity in near real-time situation using advanced AI algorithms to provide this better rate for the user. You can see our comparison with different names, some big names like Sushi Swap provide around $5 lower return amount to the users. We also recently launched our own cross-chain version as well. In our cross-chain version, user can easily, jump from one blockchain network to another blockchain network. Here's also another example today. User can swap any token from one blockchain network to any token on any other blockchain network. We do the liquidity aggregation on source blockchain side, on destination blockchain side, and on bridge side, all done by prioritizing the higher return amount for the user. Based on what we did on core chain during the past 4 months, by average, we saved 0.5% for the user on each trade. And our business model is based on trading fee. So we charge the users 0.1% as a trading fee. This is our business model. Let's skip some parts, and this is our traction. Actually, our traction is live. Let me show you on VitalVeda. We are already live on VitalVeda. As you can see, during the past 4 months, we handled more than 38 million US dollar transaction just on 4G. Consider that the whole BTC-Fi ecosystem is still small and still in its earliest stage. So we want to, use our advantage as a first mover in this ecosystem and to grow and go much bigger with the whole ecosystem. This is actually our base idea to choose B2C-Fi to building and growing along the whole ecosystem. Back to the presentation. Let's skip this one. We are based in Dubai. We raised $200,000 US in our pre-seed round 8 months ago. Most parts is spent for product development. Now we are ready to be expansion on the market from the number of blockchain network that we want to support. Also, we are planning to do kind of, extensive marketing, competition, and campaigns to attract more and more users to come and test our platforms. Now we are raising in our TTG round. The whole plan is 1 million. We already have commitment from XDC Tech. Also, we recently, actually yesterday, we reached an agreement with some other investors to put in cash in our seed round. So yeah, this is the whole thing, and this is also, let's skip this one. And yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm more than welcome to, to have your question and go through it.
Thank you. Thank you a lot for your pitch. Do we have any feedback, any questions from our guests? Seb, I see you.
Yeah, sure. I can ask one. So, like, are you currently are looking to tap into other sources of liquidity, like LSTs or other like vaults where you can run out like mint burn or like create different trading strategies to further improve price?
Yeah, definitely. Currently, we are in close collaboration with some of them. For example, we are working with Colem. It is the biggest lending protocol on all BTC-Fi. They are live on core chain with more than 200 million US dollar TVL. We are working with them to even aggregate the lending protocols liquidity. So the next step will be the other source of liquidity, as you mentioned, liquidity staking protocol and other protocol, because the whole idea is to bring liquidity to the surface and make it seamless and easily access to everybody.
Got it. Awesome. And then maybe just one other one. Any plans on like launching your own AMM as well? Like, 1inch and Jupiter kind of like quietly have like these their own kind of like liquidity pools, to try to capture more of the user wallet?
Yeah, definitely. We think now we are too small to launch it, honestly. We need to make our foundation much stronger and much bigger. But the plan is to definitely have this kind of protocol as well.
Awesome. And then maybe just the last one, when we think about trying to create a moat in crypto where a lot of stuff is like, open source and forkable and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think getting closer to the user is important. We saw Uniswap try to do that with the wallet. Now, like Unichain, I think it's going to be a formidable foe for many projects in the future. So how do you think about that? Like, how do you try to like get closer to the user? Like we talked about, like, the different ways to try to like increase price, or sorry, talked about like ways to try to like increase
Yeah.
wallet with AMM, but like how are you going to try, like, are you going to launch a mobile app yourself, or what's your plan to try to like capture be the first thing that people open when they want to trade?
Yeah. Honestly, it is totally dependent on our resources, mostly from the marketing side, because I strongly agree with you, and I believe that in the coming years, the wallets will become the point of entry for the users. They are the best candidate to replace the centralized exchange because we need simple interface for the users to do everything from storing their crypto, from storing their NFTs, then to go to swap their tokens as well. We are going with two different strategy. One is to collaborating with the wallets to provide service for them. We already in touch with the Trust Wallet and OKX Web3 to provide our aggregation service as an API to them to provide built-in swap inside their wallets for the users. Actually, they already have the built-in swap services, but they don't have this kind of solutions on top of BTC-Fi ecosystem. We're trying to provide this kind of solution for them. Also, the releasing our own mobile application that can be mix up wallets and our solution is in our program, but we didn't start any development for it. We want to see what happened in the market, and we want to see which parts we need to focus more on it because we are B2B and B2C. We want to get some feedback from the market and decide which part we should keep most of the focus on it.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay, perfect. I think we can move on with our third startup for today, Circle of Games, and Rabilal.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi
hey.
guys. Let me just put my elevator pitch quickly. Okay.
Perfect.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening, all the viewers in this particular forum. Thank you for giving this opportunity to present you the Circle of Games, what exactly you're doing. My name is Ravilal. I'm one of the co-founder. We are based in Bangalore, India, which is the startup hub of the India. And our operations are basically, we are a global platform at the end of the day. Our cap tables are sitting in BVI, our token entity is sitting in BVI. India is a studio where exactly most of our game developers as well as the tech teams are sitting, who are basically building this beautiful and seamless app for all the casual and hyper casual gamers. So we are basically operating in the casual and hyper casual gaming genre. We are Circle of Games. We've been building this particular project for last 1.5 years. And some of the stacks which you see, this is what exactly we achieved. So we are the multi-gaming platform with multi-chain, multi-token integrated. We are backed by Nazara, which is India's only the listed and the largest gaming corporation. Hedera, the Hasgraph Association, and Chingari, which is the world's largest Web3 social network. Currently, we are live on Solana. and Hedera mainnet. Sui and XDC is on the testnet, and XDC will go on mainnet most likely by end of this week. So we will be actually on mainnet on Solana, Hedera, and XDC. We are the #1 gaming platform on Hedera chain, currently live on Play Store and the App Store with 7 games. These all games are our own IPs. We built this all in-house. In the last 6 months, we got 500,000 downloads, and particularly these users are not coming very from the paid advertisement. They're basically coming from our partner ecosystem. So I'll talk about that later part of the day, how exactly we are very bullish and aggressive on the acquiring large, massive user base, particularly from the huge gaming market in India as well as globally. So currently we got 200K plus wallet. There was 20K daily on-chain transaction. This is all happening in Hedera as in the Solana. On the team-wise, we've been fortunate to have a very experienced teams, and they are all coming from a large gaming company. Most of our teams worked in Zynga, which is the largest gaming company in the world. They have also worked with Play Simple, MPL, Jungly Games. These are one of the very established company from India who have gone global and got acquired by many large gaming companies globally. So in total, if I see our team has 140 plus years of game development experience, and particularly most of the team has worked with many viral games which has gone very viral in the Web 2 side, particularly Mafia Wars, Farmville 1, Farmville 2, Ludo, Rummy, and those kind of particular games. So the team is very experienced on the Web 2 side, and we have also got some experienced team from the Web 3 guys, and that's why exactly we have a very, very strong team in terms of Web 2 and the Web 3, and making that smart mix of both the things and offering different kind of USP to the market at large. We've been very fortunate to have very good strategic partner from the day one. So some of these particular, if you see the companies, they didn't only come up with a capital infusion, but they came up with a lot of business synergy with us. The biggest challenge for any gaming company at this point of time is the user acquisition and the capital that goes into acquiring these users. We've been fortunate to have Nazara, which is the largest gaming company, the corporation in India, only the listed company in India, having 100 million users, gamers globally. Then we got Chingari, which is the largest Web3 social media network with 200 million downloads with 25 million native Web3 users base. So these are basically the strategic and early investor where exactly we are getting all the user from. So eventually for any gaming app, if you have taken care of all of your user CAC, but particularly by far, we are one of the lowest CAC in the casual and hyper casual gaming segment, but basically because most of our users are coming from either Nazara or Chingari ecosystem. And we have just tested this 500 plus user base to start with. And we also wanted to test how exactly this is working for the casual and hyper casual gamers on the token environment as well as the Web3 side. So what we did is we integrated Gari token, which is Chingari's native token. We integrated the HBAR, which is Hedera's native token. When we going to go live with XDC, we will be also integrating the XDC token. So idea is to basically test the thesis whether the casual gaming, this particular whole engagement on the Web3 side is working or not. And for us, if you see some of our metrics on the early metrics, you will realize, agree that, this thesis is working. We did not really rush to launch our own token. We wanted to make sure that we test the thesis and the economy really works on the casual and hyper casual genre side of the game. And because most of the gamers who are coming to our platforms are Web2 gamers, they are new to the Web3 tech asset, they are new to the token environment, they're new to the NFTs and also and so forth. But on our smaller size of the user, which we have acquired in last 6 months from our ecosystem partner, they have been really very exciting to see how exactly the engagements are. Also, we've been fortunate to get all of the gaming DAOs and as well as some of the large gaming companies globally to have a strategic partner. And the whole idea is to get basically play with the network effect of this particular large existing ecosystem partner. And this is giving access to a 500 million user base globally from this particular ecosystem partner. And we are bulling very, very, bullish on this particular, partnership to make sure that we get hold of this particular user from their ecosystem. And we'll be always, from the CAC perspective, lowest in the industry to go ahead. That solves most of our cost issues in terms of acquiring the users. And mostly this is the Web3 and Web2 ready users. If you see, we designed this whole app.
Sorry, Rabilal, sorry to interrupt you. We are approaching the 7-minute mark. So if you can, expedite the process and
yes, absolutely.
finish with your yes.
Yeah, we designed for mass adoption. Target is to reach 500 million user base by 2032. So that's basically how exactly we are targeting at. We will be targeting to basically go into the global market down the line by 2025. In Q4, we will be entering the MENA market. To start with, UAE is the first global market where exactly we'll be entering. Our apps is all compliant and they're checked by the Google and Android, the App Store for launching on those particular market. So these are some of the early traction I want to really give focus on. Is our D1 retention is currently 55%, D30 retention is 22%, average session time is 60 minutes, 20K on-chain daily transaction, which is growing rapidly. Average daily games play is 3 to 4, any person who comes into our platform. Traditionally, like Web2, we have all the games commission, in-app purchases, subscription, ads and banners, quest and mission, NFTs, license and royalties, Web3 stack services, events and tournaments. These are some of the typical revenue streams. If you see our roadmap of 2024 and 25, the whole idea is to basically now scale. We have tested the thesis, working fine. The idea is to quickly go to the global market as well as expand our user base in India. So from the fundraise perspective, this is the current position. We have already raised a total of $2 million. And currently we are raising under the private round 1.2 million, a 30 million valuation, led by XDC Venture. And we have soft commitment from Animoca brands to come as under private round 1. So that's currently we are at on private round 1.2 million we are raising there. So most likely, 500 plus. So 750 has already been committed by XDC is already invested. We already received the fund. Animoca will be remaining money will be coming probably by end of mid December.
Okay, thank you. I think we can, you can leave the slide with fundraising details as well for our investors.
Yeah.
And we can move on with some short questions if there are any, because we got a bit over the time.
I'll just ask a quick one, if you don't mind. I apologize, I stepped away, so you may have touched on this, but can you talk a little bit about the revenue that you're generating off of the user base, maybe in aggregate, and then ARPU?
Till last quarter, we did not really open up all of our revenue funnels. This quarter, we started our all the revenue funnels are all ready because we just did on-ramp and off-ramp features on. So possibly by end of December, we will see some significant number. We expecting at least a revenue from the games commissions, which is going to come up by end of December, would be in the range of 350K. That's basically the games revenue, which we are looking at. And in 2025, our revenues growth are going to be really massive because we're going to add MENA as one of our reasons to really come up, where exactly we are seeing a lot of revenues to really come up, and possibly we could be the first multi-gaming app to launch on that side. So as of today, we don't have much of the revenue because we just started our revenue funnels and the features this quarter.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabilal.
Thank you.
I think we can move on with Swiftcourt and Johan.
Yes, thank you. Let me just share my screen quickly.
Perfect. Ready when you are.
Fantastic. May I start presentation mode as well? There we go. You can see the presentation in full screen, right?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. First of all, thanks for having me. So exciting to hear about all these cool projects running on Web3. I'm just a normal Web2 founder, so you might wonder why I'm here, but I'm going to tell you in a second. So my name is Johan. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of Swiftcourt. And what we do is that we help peer-to-peer marketplaces become transactional. And the way we do that is that we provide buyers and sellers with the digital sales contracts, e-signing, and secure escrow payments. And on top of that, also other transaction-related value-added services, such as financing, insurances, and so on. So far, we have been able to launch our services across 9 markets, mainly in EU. And we are working with some of the biggest classified brands in the industry, such as Blocket and Finn here in the Nordics, as well as Mobile in Germany. And up until this point, we have been able to help over 1.6 million users, do over 730,000 signed contracts, 8,000 escrow payments, and we have helped them process over 100 million euros in total processed value. Then again, that brings me back to the question, why are we here? Well, last year, we partnered up with XDC Tech, and together we have one big ambition in mind. And that is to basically turn Swiftcourt from just an ordinary Web2 based company to a Web3 based one, where we can utilize blockchain technology and crypto to all its strengths and take our service offerings global and basically erase all the border limits that we see today when it comes to financial technology. And recently, I'm happy to share that we just launched our first international market outside of Europe when we launched in Sri Lanka. And this is where we will continue to build out our Web3 offerings. But before we go into our solution, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about the problem that we're solving. So, as you might know, when it comes to a peer-to-peer marketplace, the number one currency is trust and reputation. And this stems from the overall challenge that marketplaces have when it comes to uncertainty and fraud on marketplaces and platforms. So just by quantifying these numbers a bit, we see that up to 60% of users are either afraid of doing transactions or actually abandoning transactions due to fraud. And up to 20% of transactions end up in a dispute, which is also a big hassle for the marketplace and their customer support, as well as the user experience, of course. And then 50% of users avoid transactions when the transaction is about values on higher than 1,000 euros. And this is basically where we come in, because we have specialized in high value items. And tickets with prices over 500 euros. So that brings me to what we are how we are helping the marketplaces. With our solution, we can enable marketplaces to earn up to 150 euros per transaction, and that is if they were to offer transactional services. Having all of these challenges with fraud, abandoned transactions, lower conversion rates on the marketplace, decreased retention, and so on, leaves a lot of money on the table. And especially when it comes to businesses such as peer-to-peer marketplaces that traditionally have been living off on paid ad listings, right? And this is really where we can transform them to just being a place where buyers and sellers meet to actually transact. And we have been working hard for the past year together with the XDC Tech team to transform our offering from Web 2 to Web 3. And what we have built over the last year is basically a complete new marketplace infrastructure where we can offer it on a SaaS-based level or via SDKs. And this package of services can more or less be the entire underlying infrastructure and system for a marketplace, independently of what the items or services that they are selling on it. So first off, we have the capacity to onboard buyers and sellers, do KYC, KYB, etc. We can manage wallets both for the marketplace itself and on the seller and the buyer side. We have created functionality to list items for sale on the blockchain, and then ultimately, of course, make it available to purchase on the marketplace. On top of that, we make sure to do on-ramping and off-ramping and minting and burning of tokens, and of course, NFTs to create that traceability long-term that you want, especially when it comes to high-value tickets such as cars, etc. And governing all of that, all of those transactions happening on the marketplace, both internally and externally, we have smart contracts that help us execute so that we can make sure to keep all the transactions safe and secure. On top of that, we want to utilize tokens to build loyalty and cashback programs, which is something that is completely missing in the ecosystem today. Obviously, enabling buy now, pay later capacities and financing and buyer protection in general. But of course, what we really want to go after is something that is more or less impossible to do in the regular financial technology setup, which is cross-border instant payments. And we want to utilize on-ramping, off-ramping, and stable coins to get that capacity into our platform. Once we have all that in place, we will be able to offer marketplaces our services on a global scale. So timing-wise, I mean, the re-commerce market is booming. It's expected to double in size over the next 5 years. It's covering everything from regular e-commerce and e-commerce sites and big brands to the traditional C2C marketplace space. And the marketplaces are expected to invest over 70 billion. It should actually be billions here, euros in transactional services over the next 5 years. So the timing to invest in this area now is now, to be frank. Hence, we are currently raising 2 million euros, and the ultimate goal of this investment is to become profitable with our European business and continue our expansion efforts in South Asia and our transformation into a Web3 company. That was it for me, and happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for the great pitch. We would love to hear some interesting questions and feedback from our investors. Actually, I see Avri here from Syndica. Avri, are you here with us? Maybe he can't hear us. Chang, would you like to, I see you're silent, would you like to ask any questions, founder?
Do you hear me?
Hi,
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here with you, and I was just typing a message in the chat when you approached me.
Yeah, I mean, I see you joined, so I wanted to ask you if you would like to provide an intro maybe to the founders to know more about Syndica and what you guys doing.
Sure, absolutely. So we are a venture studio, and we're a startup hub. We're taking startup at early stages, and we help them grow. Our core capabilities is in R&D. We do take startups in the ideation stage and do the all execution. If we choose a startup to work with, we usually dedicate a team of developers between 5 to 10, depending on the startup, and we grow. We also invest in startup that we work with, and currently we have 15 startups in our portfolio, mainly on the DeFi environment. One of them is Kima, who had a great TGE yesterday. You can find them in Maxi and KuCoin and also watch their token on obviously on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. So having said that, like we have a lot of experience in the market, and we are looking for startups that would like to work with us. On the other end, we're also true to our name, Syndica. We're syndicating. So we have a member zone of Web3 CEOs and co-founders. It's a small but very a quality community, and we help those co-founders with whatever they need, whether it's marketing services, on-ramp, off-ramp solutions, legal services as well, advisory, and so forth.
Thank you.
I'm here to listen to the great projects InnMind is demonstrating. Obviously, we work also in cooperation with InnMind, and seeking for our next project. So you're most welcome to ping me. I'm putting my Telegram handle here on the chat, and if anyone wants, feel free to contact me. Thanks for the chance to talk.
Thank you, Avri. And if you have any questions also for Johan as well and Swiftcourt, or maybe I know Seb is active today. Maybe Seb has an interesting question from his side.
Not from my end.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, nothing for me today.
Okay, perfect. So thank you, Johan, for the pitch. And we can move on with Chris and Klink Finance. Can you hear you? No.
Now, by any chance, is working?
Yes. Now, yes. Perfect.
Sorry, I updated my laptop just a few days ago, so I'm still getting my settings together. Cool. Great to be on, guys. Thanks for having me. Great to see some faces in the chat, right? That I'm very much friends with and in my circle. So, and yeah, congrats to Kima again. An amazing launch yesterday. I will spend the next 5 minutes on our pitch deck. I might move over to our partnerships deck in between as I go through the flow of conversation, but we'll see how we get on. Just give me one moment. Okay, I should be able to share my screen now. Just let me know if you can see it.
Not yet.
I believe I actually need to change my settings because I've updated my laptop on my security. Just give me one moment. System
Very happy to see you here, Chris.
Yes, I'm sure yesterday was a stressful day for you guys, but you got through it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I believe I just have to jump out of this call for 2 seconds and then I'll just jump back on. I have to do it for my security settings. Just give me one moment. Sorry for the back and forth.
Okay, we can maybe move on with the next.
Yeah, please. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you come back, yeah. Okay, perfect. So let's move on with VitalVeda then. And Amir. And
Hello.
guys, also, I see that some VCs have left the call because they have other meetings. One thing is that this recording and the whole deal flow will be shared with our whole VC network afterwards. So don't worry about this. I mean, everyone on our network all investors will be seeing the deals, and we will be connecting you afterwards with all the interested investors. So yes, Amir, feel free to share your screen and start.
Okay, yes, hi, it's Amir here. I'm actually talking to you from Australia. Today I'm going to present exciting concept on the fitness and AI called VitalVeda. VitalVeda. So introducing VitalVeda. Actually, VitalVeda is a Web3 fitness application using the state-of-art AI-assisted exercise tracking technology. So basically, the platform is a marketplace for a fitness instructor to come and create their content, their programs, their challenges, and all actually is going to be embedded by the algorithm of AI as a standard recording that everybody will actually have this opportunity to see the videos, check actually the library of all the creation that has been, the content that has been created, and then participate in these challenges as, the time to time there is like a virtual, functional fitness training programs that will be introduced by this application. Basically, this application is a social-fi system that they also using the gamification elements to make the fitness journey exciting for the user. We've been in this journey for quite some time. We came up and did a very good comprehensive research on the market to see what exactly is the problems, what is missing, and we come up with the solutions of VitalVeda, which we were thinking, okay, first it has to come up with the gamification element. It has to come up and create this motivation between people that they are actually trying to get engaged one to another, and also using the technology, the trending technology like AI to make sure that all this progress, all this performance and everything will be tracked. And basically the solution is coming as a very simple solution, as everybody with just a mobile phone and the camera can actually start doing these things in the AR element that the application has been predefined. Basically, we came up and we very much checked the competitors, the current player in the market, who's actually more into the AI exercise tools and what they're offering. And we tried to come up with a more comprehensive solution, and also trying to just make more excitement out of these applications, out of this program, with the more interaction as people that they can come, they can communicate, they can get engaged, they can communicate with their coach, with their fitness instructors, they can share their experience. So basically a good comprehensive solution with analytical tools and a very clear onboarding, considering all the elements as what is the user interest is, how they want actually the programs to assist them in terms of their fitness. And after all, this will be a comprehensive workout programs that everybody can just enjoy being there. They can just view the videos, they can just share this the materials, and other feature as all this tracking, personal dashboards that to make sure that you stay on the track. You can keep actually scanning your body, you can find your the progress that you have time to time. And after all, it's a reward systems that is embedded with this application, and plus revenue generating scheme for the content creator to get motivated to come and use this platform as a way to market themselves, engage with their own community, and start actually uploading all these the programs. We also come up and we did a very comprehensive research on the market size, total addressable market size, and the growth that we expect in this particular sector. Basically the key elements of this ecosystem is the AI tracking exercise platform, a social application, and a Web3 fitness application. Saying as a Web3, basically, it's something that we want actually to make it as friendly as possible, that we can easily invite and bring the Web2 audience on board without actually them thinking that, okay, they will be challenged by the new concept, by the new way as how they can actually get on board on this exciting concept. Basically, the participants that they can connect one to another. They can actually use all these AI algorithms that we have actually been created. We are at the stage that the development has been completed. The MVP is ready, and the program is going to be launched by January. And the TG will be actually 2 to 3 months after the product launch. Once we actually try this concept, we have enough traction, we make sure that all these technical elements and everything is in right order, and all the bugs has been actually fixed. The concept actually comes with their own utility token. It's called VVFit. The distribution, the total supplies and everything, it can be found in the tokenomics of the concept. Basically, the business model of the VVFit is to first come up and create a challenge, make a ladder board, reward the top performing participant, create also a revenue stream, a revenue sharing scheme for the developers, for the content creators. And that's actually how this VVFit circulation works. And at the second stage of the development, we are trying to introduce more of utility, like buying an in-app products, introducing new features, that everything's required users to come and actually pay for this feature. Rather than that, the application is totally 100% free for people to come and join on board. We are part of XDC Network. We've been funded by XDC recently, and the total that we are seeking is 3.6 billion. We already secured our pre-seed round, and XDC and XVC was one of our investors that they have contributed in our project. We are very lucky that we have a very good team. We got the development team that they are constantly working on this production, and other people that they are working on different area. The advisor on the finance, marketing, and coordinating all these go-to-market strategy designers that we just keep defining this concept. And here we got actually the partner that we have been secured already for this concept of ours. And yeah, thank you very much. That was my presentation.
Thank you.
And if any question, yes, I'm here to answer, please.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you for the pitch.
You're very welcome.
Do we have any questions from our investors? Any feedback for the founder?
I think I might be the only one left. So I'll ask Amir this question. Like, I mean, look, it's a really tough place that you're trying to build. What drives you to try to do this? I mean, we've seen Peloton, one of the most quintessential brands in like fitness, have a precipitous decline over the years. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like it's tough. Like I'm in Vancouver on Canada's West Coast. They used to have this nice flagship store. It's closed. So it's a trend that it's forever there and seems promising, and yet no one's really seemed to crack that nut yet. So just curious about what keeps you, why did you decide to tackle this? What's going to keep you motivated through the cycle when you add crypto cyclicality onto something like that's already so challenging?
It's a very good question, because I get this a lot. I was actually very much a fan and very much interested about the blockchains, and my very first research was around blockchain and health, and how we can actually use Web3 in that space to just actually giving a sort of leverage in that ecosystem of health and fitness. by then, I was, that the fitness app space and everything was something that we were actually researching for some times. It's true that it's very competitive. It's true that there are lots of players, but again, it's about differentiate yourself against others, and this is not a dying market for sure, because it's keep growing, it keep evolving, and when it comes to the Web3, definitely there will be more excitement, and that's what I see much in heaven, because then the gamification, the rewarding, and everything in the Web3 can be more transparent, and it could be more exciting for the user to just join on board and enjoy this competitive age of the application.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I think we can move on with Chris. Chris, are you here with us?
Yes, you can hear me now. I should be
Yes.
be good to go. I apologize for the issues earlier. Right, I can just jump straight into it. Let me know when you can see my screen. I should be able to see my Chrome. Is
Yes,
that right?
perfect.
Perfect. And you're able to see Investor Deck, is that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. I'll do a very quick summary. This can be a long enough deck. Just a bit about myself before. I'm Chris. I'm Irish. I'm based in Germany. I'm one of the two co-founders of Klink. We're a team of about 20 people now, mostly engineering and growth now, and at a point of scaling of our company, so post-product. I describe our business as a wealth creation platform. So although we are technically a wealth management service where people can manage and buy wholesale crypto, what is very unique to our service model is that we activate people to start earning cryptocurrency starting from $0 of initial investment. So before actually jumping in and solution selling, it's probably better to start with the why. I think that can be missed a lot, right? So I've worked in fintech for years. I've helped a number of consumer fintechs around their ad strategies, their funnels. I used to work for Twitter, used to work for LinkedIn. And the acquisition game when it comes to investment services is tough. It's a very, very difficult market. You only convert about 5% of people into being a depositor or any way in which of a value to you from a commercial perspective. If you actually look at year-on-year rates in terms of inflation and everything else, it's roughly about 25% more expensive to acquire a user year on year. If you look at the European or Western markets, for you to get an investor or a trader into your platform, maybe more towards Web 2, Web 3 marketing can be a bit different, on average around $200 cost per acquisition. So when you actually look at the long tail of your LTV, you actually might not even be breaking even for all of the actual effort you're putting in on your CapEx and your OpEx to get users in. So I've learned this the hard way personally. And what we have actually built within our services is actually a funnel. So again, we're a wealth management platform. We're a wallet. You're able to buy, sell, swap, earn yields. We're multi-chain. We'll be actually moving fully self-custodial in Q1 of next year. But think of our investment and wealth management services as a retention mechanism. The second core proposition of our services is more at the top of our funnels, which is built around creating various different services in our platform where users can earn cryptocurrency from non-investment related actions. So questing fundamentally. And our questing services are broken into a few different products. One is that we have an affiliate offer wall. You might see all of these featured offers here. What we do is we enable users to earn cryptocurrency for actually trying out different products in the market, right? So we've brought in about 100 different partners over the last 9 months. We have brought on Bybit recently, Qcoin, OKX, Whitebit. We're working with Revolut in the UK. But what we're actually doing is enabling a reverse engineered affiliate program where users can actually try out different Web 2 and Web 3 services and get paid for doing so. The second core proposition we have in our platform that has started to go very well for us, we've just recently launched, is we actually have a fully dedicated airdrop center in our platform as well, where we actually list more tokens, a little bit like a launch pad, but we don't actually ask our users to actually pay or invest into that to the activity. They simply just have to do social actions online, a little bit like Zelia or Galaxy. So what we've actually built at the top of our service model is ultimately an earnings ecosystem that's driven by B2B partnerships. We're almost a user acquisition marketplace for other players, but what we're actually doing is powering a user acquisition flywheel by driving more and more incentivization and campaigns driven by B2B partners, whilst also actually retaining them from our investment services. And I would also beg to say that our investment app is nearly as good as the Kraken app in the UK and European markets. We have around 200,000 users now. We're also licensed. We have a European-based crypto license. We'll move towards MiCA in the second half of midway through next year. Our user base is across the world. We're, as I said, around 200,000 users now, which we've acquired since April. Very proud to say that we have users in 127 different countries now. So secondary markets tend to be a bit more interesting for us, people who are willing to take actions online to earn money. But yeah, very popular in India and Southeast Asia. We have a growing market in Latin America and a core user base in the European markets as well. I've brought you through some of the overviews. Just in terms of our revenue streams, we have it split between two core principles. So B2B, obviously driving in affiliate relationships, our Quest partners. We also will plan to enable redeem partners where users can actually off-ramp into Amazon, gift cards, vouchers, etc. It's quite a popular revenue stream. And then we have all of the standardized B2C-based spreads, swap fees, anything in terms of on and off-ramp with our partners. We have a fundamental product roadmap where we'll actually start enabling white label based services of our products as well. Our Quest centers, our white labeling of our offer wall for platforms that are struggling to monetize next year. So we have a very, very robust revenue mechanism. I'm very proud to say we've earned over $200,000 in the last 30 days in terms of revenue. This took us a year and a half to get there. It was pain, as I'm sure some people in this call actually know, but we're really starting to scale up now, which is something we're very proud of as a business. I jumped in on our team already, some great investors and advisors here. We are backed by a great stable of investors. Of course, XVC is on our cap table. I know, Anari, you're on the call. Various other investors that have come on between our pre-seed and seed round. We've also been supported by Arbitrum ecosystem to support projects. So we've actually launched a number of Arbitrum-based campaigns and projects over the last few weeks. To wrap it up, we have a total of a 3.2 million round. We have covered $2.8 million of it. I have 400K left to go on our private round, which I hope to close before the end of Christmas. Our TGE date is set for the 22nd of January. So we have a very hard deadline. We will launch on MEXC Gate. I'm hoping to close KuCoin at the moment as well in discussion. We will publicly launch with ChainGPT, Decubate, and there's a third launch pad that I'll be excited to present once we finalize the signature with them over the coming days. But yeah, TLDR, 400K left to go. Great investors, great backers, great traction, great revenue. And we're looking forward to a great launch on the 22nd of January. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. Perfect pitch as well.
Cheers. Am I still sharing? I believe I am.
Yes,
right?
yes. Right.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Seb, do you have any questions for Chris?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, obviously, like I know Chris and have been a fan of what he's been building for for a while here. Maybe I'll ask this question. So you mentioned that there's been pain kind of getting to the point where you're at. And now you're gonna launch a token. How do you feel about navigating what's already a very difficult landscape, building a startup business, to then now introducing this new token dynamic, which don't get me wrong, obviously, like I'm in the space, I get the value there, but it can really, there's a lot of risks there, right? It can poison your community temporarily if things don't go perfectly. It can be difficult to motivate people, through cycles, that kind of thing. So just, as you look ahead, how do you plan to manage that kind of those kind of challenges?
Yeah, so obviously to give flavor, Seb has known us since we very much started the project at a pre-seed, which was actually at the very end of 2022, early 2023. And what we had actually initially focused on was our investment-led services. So prize pools, just fundamentally being a wallet. This is where we learned our hard lessons around the activation and monetization of user base. So our whole project and business basically has moved in towards the direction of really understanding our user persona, which tends to be an airdrop hunter, someone who loves to earn money online. They're willing to be active in terms of their activities, as opposed to having $3,000 to $5,000 in crypto wealth and holding it with them. So it's a good question. when you look at where our business has been, we, as I presented, is that we really understand our consumer very well, right? There is a risk in terms of actually drawing a token into your business. A lot of the times I listen to pitches and there actually isn't a real actual use case there for the token. Our business is built around utility, whereby if users actually hold the token, they actually earn more. So they get first access to airdrops. They get first access to, so we have about a 40 to 50% spread in revenue made off the affiliate actions. We'll actually give that to the user if they hold certain portions of the token. That's the first piece. We also fundamentally are launching a launchpad, right? So it's a new access for new tokens. If you actually look at the tokenomics models of many projects that have done well and actually have lasted through cycles, it actually is launchpads, right? Because our fundamental belief is the only reason why someone or a token that's not a fully built governance token on a layer one is why it will actually add adequate value is if you're actually giving substantial returns or gains or potential gains to a user that's actually outside of the token itself. So not actually in the speculation of it going up or down, but giving access to more value by holding that token to the user and access to more revenue, more rewards, or first access to tokens that will be launching into our services, similar to that typical launchpad model that you will see. It also comes into play with the staking models as well. So on average, you see about 500 to 600% more staking volume on launchpad-based models than you will see on other investment-led applications, because most people will actually hold the token because they want to get first access to the IDOs, etc. So for that reason, I will still say it's an absolute risk for us to launch a token, but we're very confident of our user and the value it will add, and obviously take the risk in terms of the fundamental benefit and growth of our business.
Fantastic.
Thank
No,
you.
that's great. Thanks, Chris. Spoken like a true pro. You can tell you've been in the biz for a while now. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris. I think we can wrap it up. I think it was a nice session. Thanks to all the founders pitching with us today. As I mentioned before, I want to mention it again, the recording and the deal flow will be shared with the investors attending today's session first, and then with our whole VC network afterwards. So we will be communicating for all the connections with VCs tomorrow and the day after. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for taking the time and being part of our session.